Hello everyone. Can you hear me? Did I do this right? All right. Oh, I think I forgot my clicker. That's okay. I wasn't sure I knew how to use it anyway. Thank you all so much for having me. I am so excited to be with you this morning. Thank you for your warm welcome today. I get to do my favorite thing, which is to share about the beautiful ministry of Living Alternatives and how we are expanding into Cass County and Logansport. So I like to introduce myself by just sharing a little bit about my personal story. If we want to go to the next slide. You can see my family, maybe. And yeah, maybe I'll try that, sorry. There we go. Give that a whirl, thank you. So I always thought I wanted to be a mom, and it didn't seem like that was what God had for my family, my husband and I. And when we got to the place after trying so many different adoption agencies and things, we thought, well, Lord, I guess this just isn't your will for us, and we surrendered that. God's kind of funny sometimes. That's when the phone rang, and that's when we were matched with a beautiful young lady who had bravely chosen life for her child. She was walking through an unplanned pregnancy, and she chose us to be her child's mom and dad. And that was such a beautiful experience. This photo's a little bit old. These photos are a little bit older. I am now the mom of a 5-year-old, so pray for me. He's really good at being kindergarten age. And we, through that experience, also got to walk the journey with his birth mother, and we got to see what it was like for someone navigating an unplanned pregnancy and all the trials of that. And so that ended up becoming where God said, okay, let's just make a career out of this. And there was an opening to be the director of the Pregnancy Resource Ctr, and now myself and my team and all of our volunteers, we get to walk that journey with woman after woman, family after family, and it's such a beautiful thing to be a part of. And so you'll see on here our brick and mortars in Indiana are currently at Kokomo and Frankfort. However, like I said, we are expanding into Cass County. It has been our hope and our prayer for years that God would open doors here, and he is doing that. Last summer, we were able to bring our mobile clinic here, and we were able to go out into the community and provide medical and support services right there on site through parking lots outside of a mall or different churches, and God brought people to us who needed our services, and we ended up getting the attention of the health department, who also went out with their mobile clinic for services, and they invited us to come offer our services right out of the health department. Now, I can tell you it is unheard of. My colleagues in Illinois are like, wait, what? Your secular health department invited a Christian ministry to come in and provide these services? And they did. And so we are currently offering services once a month at the Cass County Health Department here in Logansport. And we are getting ready to take our mobile out again this summer. And we know that's just the beginning. We are excited to see what God is going to do and where he's going to lead us as we continue to share his love in the community. So there's our mobile clinic. You might see it around. And as you can see, we're also across different areas of Illinois. This is a verse I love to share. And this one you may be familiar with. And it says, "For you knit me together in my mother's womb. I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful. I know that full well." And that's something we often think about when it comes to the baby, and we think about how precious that life is. But that is also a truth for the woman carrying that child as well. And how can she recognize that truth for her child if no one's ever told it, if no one's ever helped her see her value to the Lord, how much he loves her? And so we are blessed that we get to minister to women and help them see who God is, and that helps them as they make their decision in their pregnancy. The next slide is a little bit about our mission statement. We are committed to honoring God by providing excellent care, compassionate support, and honest information to those facing pregnancy decisions through authentic relationships that display grace, honor life, and foster community. We offer every woman who comes through our doors 5 promises to treat her with respect, to protect her privacy, to not pressure her, to support her, and to give her honest information. And so when a woman comes to us, typically she has this question, am I pregnant, right? And thanks to our medical services, we can answer that, yes or no. And then when she's asking what now, I hope that you can see how we are here for her no matter what her decision is. Now, obviously, as a Christian ministry, it is our prayer and our hope that she chooses life. And so we are able to, if she continues on that pregnancy, then she's going to be a parent, and we're going to help her with that. And obviously, she can make an adoption plan, and we can help her with that as well. Sadly, if she chooses abortion, we are grieved by that, but we're not giving up on her. We're going to still show her unconditional love and keep trying to point her to Christ. So you'll see how we minister to the post-abortive as well. We have a variety of medical services. We have ultrasound scanning, pregnancy testing. We have options counseling. We STI testing and treatment, and the coolest thing that we do is abortion pill reversal. Has anyone ever heard of that? Anybody know what that is? So often when I talk at churches, they are unaware of that. But most abortions are not surgical today, they are chemical. And so when a woman orders these abortion pills online, yes, it happens in Indiana all the time, they basically start their abortion process. And we are able to reverse that by prescribing progesterone. Our medical team can prescribe progesterone back into our system if she takes it within a certain amount of time. And if she does, there's a very high likelihood that the baby will be saved. We actually had at one of our fundraisers a woman come and share how her child's life was saved through abortion pill reversal, and we are a provider of that. And, let me see here. There we go. I love to share some client quotes. I'm having my baby and I'm not scared anymore. This is from a 19-year-old girl who was on her third or fourth pregnancy at this point. And she was very much considering abortion, and she came to us and she decided to carry her sweet baby to term. And I can't tell you what a joy it was when we saw those pictures. We also have many support services. We have pregnancy and parenting education. We have mentoring. So we want women to know they are not in this alone. We want the men to know as well we're there for dads. We will provide all the education that they need. We provide material assistance. We have beautiful boutiques where they can get baby clothes and all the items that they need. We have adoption support. We have perinatal grief support. We have post-abortion support. We have a whole bunch of different resources for her and for him. I love the next quote. They always just encourage me and make me feel happy and make me feel like I'm not in this pregnancy alone. Again, another woman who was considering abortion who ended up taking advantage of our support program and realized she could do it with the Lord's help and with the community behind her. I love to share the stories. I could be here all day telling stories, but I will respect your time. But these are just a few of the lives changed because of the Pregnancy Resource Ctr ministry. The little girl in the middle, her parents were not following the Lord. Both of them have a pretty extreme story of their past. And thankfully, they came to us in the midst of some pregnancies and ended up coming to the Lord, and they got married, and they're raising their family to follow the Lord now. And it's been so awesome to be a part of that story and see them show up. They show up to our fundraisers year after year, and they're like, we're walking for the PRC. We're going to be here, and it's just amazing to see what God has done in their life. One of my favorite stories is the woman on the end. Her name is Melissa. And again, I have permission to share these stories. Melissa was one that had been coming to us for probably more than 10 years through multiple pregnancies. And we had been praying for Melissa, and she just was not ready to accept the Lord in her life. In her words, she said, I just couldn't believe that he could love me because of my past. But I always tell people, if you have someone you've been praying for and you think they're never going to make that decision, don't give up. Melissa's proof of that. One day, it just clicked. And I love her testimony. We have a video of it where she says in the video, she said, I was in my car and I prayed, Lord, I hope you're ready for me because I'm coming. That's exactly how she said it. And it was just such a beautiful thing in her raw own way of just just expressing that she finally chose to believe that God could love her. And now she talks about how her children are like, Mommy, we want to read the Bible with you too. And they're all excited. And so it's more than just a pregnancy test or an ultrasound. We are truly there to share the message of Jesus Christ and to share his love. Another quote that I love is, abortion went away the second that we realized there are resources and there is support. It's actually a quote from one of our fathers. He was in high school at the time. Once he saw the support, he and his girlfriend decided to choose life. We have Willow's story for anyone who has experienced a loss or an adverse diagnosis. We can walk that journey with them as well. And as I've already mentioned, we have post-abortion support. This is something very dear to my heart because I come to churches all the time, and it's very common in congregations just like this for someone to come up to me afterwards and tell me their story, how they have walked this road. And we want everyone to know that there is nothing too big that God can't forgive and that God can't heal in your life. And I can tell you, we have so many volunteers, and we even have one of our nurses actually used to work in the abortion industry before she gave her heart to Christ. And now God has used that for her to be here and relate to these women and talk to them. We have volunteers who've been post-abortive that can talk to these girls about their experiences in a way that I can't. And so what the enemy meant for evil, God is turning around for good, and they're able to use those experiences to minister to women today. And so if that has been something that has touched your life, or you know someone who has walked that road, we have some amazing healing retreats that they can go on. We have resources for them. We have mentors standing by to meet with them. We want them to experience the fullness and the freedom and the healing that is in Jesus Christ. One of the retreat goers says, this retreat showed me I still needed healing from my abortion. I knew I had forgiveness from God, but I still had so much pain for my child. The peace that God brought through the people here is indescribable. We have we have 3 residential facilities for anyone who maybe needs a maternity home or needs a safe place or needs somewhere to go to escape an abusive situation. Those are all 3 in Illinois, but we found that distance is often very valuable to our clients. They would like to get away from their town here in Indiana and go somewhere safe, and so we can meet that need. You can see some stats of how we've grown over the years and how many people we've ministered to. We've grown here in Indiana since becoming a medical clinic. We've increased by 193%. We're seeing so many more people than we used to, and it's only growing as we step into Cass County. If you'd ever like to serve with us, we need volunteers. Please join our team. We would love to have you. There's a whole bunch of different ways you can volunteer. I'll be out back if you'd like to know more information. Please see me. We also really appreciate your generous financial support as that keeps us going because everything we offer is completely free to our clients. Some people choose to become a monthly partner with us, and that sustainable giving keeps our doors open and our lights on, and we're so grateful. As I know some of you already know, we're having a walk fundraiser coming up just in a couple of weeks on May 9th. And I'd be so honored if you guys would walk with us. We're going to meet out at Houston Park, and it's going to be a great time. We're meeting at, it's at 10 o'clock, or 10, yeah, at Houston Park. And we're going to have some amazing like yard games and playground and face painting for kids. It's going to be lots of fun. We're also going to hear more about the ministry, and we're going to get to walk a mile together. And we get support by people pledging you as a walker. If you go to our website and you register as a walker, and you ask people for donations, they'll say, okay, yeah, I'll give you $10, I'll give you, $50, some people maybe even $100 or $500, we've seen it all, to walk a mile for the PRC. And then we all come together and we celebrate what we've raised, and that helps us provide our services throughout the entire year. So thank you guys for walking with us. If you need more information about that, please go to our website or please reach out to me. We'd be happy to give you more info. Finally, our theme for the year, and you'll hear more about this at the walk if you come, is Dare to Believe. And you'll get a free t-shirt with a buffalo on it, and you may be wondering, why is there a buffalo on my shirt? but it is because buffalo have this way of running right towards the storm. They don't run away from the storm, they run to the storm. And we are leaning into this theme of courage this year, that the Bible tells us over and over not to be afraid, that God is with us. And we know that he's with her and that he's going to help her, and she can face her storm with courage, and we can too. And so we want to be like the buffalo. We want to take courage in our God. And so if you come on out, you get a great shirt with this logo on it, and we would love to see you there. So thank you all for having me.